Hey everybody, good good Saturday morning, July the 3rd, 2026. It's kind of just what time is it? It is 7:14 right now. So peaceful, even with the distant siren in the distance. The sounds of the day waking up. I've already seen like 5 or 6 little bluebirds back here this morning. Got my morning post done. It's the 4th of July weekend. That whole big thing up in D.C. is just kind of a big old cluster mess. Sad, though. I remember the bicentennial in 1976 with Gerald Ford. They had coins and stuff, and we honored the country. What Trump has done to the country up there for the 250th celebration birthday, it's downright despicable. That, just despicable. At a time when the nation should celebrate our country. But anyhow, having said that, good morning, peaceful Saturday, 4th of July weekend. Let's do the morning post. Now that Jill is back working, we won't get to travel as much as we have in these last 10 years. The 2 trips a year to New York City, road trips, beach getaways. We just got back from spending a week in Panama City Beach. She is a very private person like her mother. Kathy was always private. She doesn't like getting her picture taken. That hasn't stopped me. I have hundreds of pictures of her. She is always telling Heather and me, I know it's supposed to be Heather and I, but in Cabbagetown folk, it's Heather and me. She's always telling Heather and me, don't post any pictures of me online. I don't like all that. But today is her birthday. I remember the July the 3rd, that night, that Jill was born. It was 11:45 at night. I was standing beside Kathy in the delivery room. I remember the room being cold. Fathers being in the delivery room was a new thing back then. Was I brave enough to witness that? Could I really be that strong and stand there and see all that was about to happen? I didn't know. I thought, my God, I may just collapse and faint right in the middle of all of it, and then I become a priority for the doctors instead of trying to deliver a baby. I was nervous about it. Kathy was in heavy labor. It was 11:45. There was 15 minutes to go. I kept telling Kathy, just hold on. You can do it 15 more minutes. Oh, she was hollering. She was, even though she had an epidural, she was, it's something. I'd never had seen nothing like, well, I seen my Aunt Shirley have a baby one time, just me and her in the house as a little boy. That kind of traumatized me too. The ambulance finally got there, but other than that, I hadn't seen it. I detoured off a little bit, didn't I? But anyhow, I kept telling Kathy, just hold out. Kathy, she'll think that all the fireworks for the 4th of July is for her. And about that time, her big old seller's head just popped out. Just a head there hanging out of body. Not the rest, it just stopped right there with her just head coming out. I never had seen nothing like that, a child being born. I'm like, good heavens, how is this even possible? And then a few seconds later, her shoulders and her whole body just come gushing out. Kathy wanted a boy desperately, and I had my heart set on a boy because we knew that was going to be the last child that we were going to have. Kathy had already scheduled to get her tubes tied. And I told Kathy, I'm like, it's a girl. It's a girl. I had talked Kathy into having one more child before she was going to get her tubes tied, and Kathy didn't want to have her. She did it. Me and Heather talked her into it. Like, there's just one more child. Good Lord, But she relented. Heather was 8 when Jill was born. Jill wasn't even home a week before Heather told me, Daddy, I don't like her. Take her back. I said, it don't work like that, Heather. Heather said, I don't care for her. Didn't like her. That only child, syndrome that Heather had had the comfort of being for those 8 years, suddenly, poof, she was no longer the center of the world. With her going back to work now that Savannah is a teenager, talking about Jill, and starting back to college in the fall, we won't be able to do all of our trips and traveling like we have these last 10 years. She has lived off of a small check from the shop while raising Savannah. But she wants more out of life, more out of herself. Now that Savannah is heading into high school, Jill is going to be heading into college, back to college. She works with adolescents with eating disorders now, which is the perfect job for Jill. She's so tender and nurturing and sweet, you know. She returns to college in the fall to become a psych NP. She's a registered nurse now. She became a small internet star while helping me with the Harris campaign. She got on TikTok and she had 40,000 followers at one time. But when people started coming by the shop and trying to meet her, she said, "That's not for me," and got off of TikTok. Jill and I are different. I like notoriety. She doesn't. I love being the center of attention. She doesn't. I love being recognized out in public. She doesn't. I like to be in the center of the pulpit or the center of the stage and all eyes focused on me. She loves staying in the shadows. You know, it's just a difference in people. A lot of people are shadow people. A lot of people are out front on the stage kind of people. My uncle, I used to get so tickled. We were sitting in a church service one night, and he was sitting with me, and the people went on singing. He leaned over to me, and he could sing pretty good. And he said, "Eddie, I really don't mind a lot of singing as long as I'm the one that's doing all of it." Oh, my God, I always remember that. I'm like, touche. No. She and Savannah were with Ava and I in New York City when we got married. That meant the world to me. What a special day. Even more special that Jill and Savannah stood there. There's a picture here on Facebook of that moment. It meant the world to me. So on this Saturday, July the 3rd, my baby girl was born years ago. I don't know how old either one of my kids are. I don't want to know, really. It might have a way of making me not feel so youthful. But on this July the 3rd, my baby girl was born years ago. It hasn't always been rosy. I moved out of the house when she was 12, divorced. That did a number on Jill. Heather was already 19, off in Heather world or whatever, but Jill was left there with her mom in that house in Rex, Georgia. And it did a number on her. Yeah, we had a lot of healing to do from that. But life is complicated, y'all. You're not going to get through this life without pain and heartache and heartbreak and hills to climb and burdens to carry, disease to fight, overcomers, you know. There's a reason for all of it, though. There's a purpose for it, I guess. But I've always loved her so much. My soul would easily be sold to the devil if that ever needed to happen for Jill. Yeah. How blessed can one man be? It's her birthday. And it's Saturday, July the 3rd. It's peaceful out here this morning. I love life, love my family, love Boom Boom laying here beside my feet, love my garden, love God. Holy Spirit, thou art welcome out here in this place. Yeah. As the old mothers of the church used to say, God's been mighty good to me on this Saturday morning, July the 3rd. Love y'all.